The nigga had a Bible in his hand. Yeah, we had a Bible here. The nigga fuck me. The nigga Bible in the nigga fuck me. Damn, the nigga fuck me. How the nigga fuck me. Alright, this is what it is. The nigga had a Bible in his hand. The second video of the thought experiment. British missionaries fuck the Zulu. Very interesting. This is what this is all about. It's like taking the principle, like I say, the woman on her back, unsuspectingly getting fucked by her pastor, is the image, and now I'm taking that image and I'm saying the first video that I did, I can relate. So mind your language, find the dictionary, the mind your language guide on the channel page. The link is there. Don't trip. You know what it is. So what I'm saying now is like, fuck, you know, we're going and we're taking this principle and we like what I showed in the previous videos that I know what it's like. It feels like in the commercial context, you're getting into environment, you're trying to apply yourself, and then you get fucked. You get imposed on in the wrong way. And what I'm trying to express now is hate. So I'm gonna just put down quickly so you guys see the DIRGE that I put up here, right? Bible in the hand. So that's the name of the DIRGE. So the groom goes, the nigga had a Bible in his hand. Then the bride goes, the nigga fucked me. Yeah, he had a Bible in, the nigga fucked me. And he had a Bible in his hand. The nigga fucked me. Hell, the nigga fucked me. You know what I mean? And the values you can extract from this DIRGE is basically hate and passion. So how people passionately go out of their way to destroy other people, right? I can actually also go into lust as well. Lust could also be the one. That's the principle. When the pastor has a Bible in his hand and he's fucking one of the congregants, could be lust as well. And I'm gonna contrast this. I'm gonna show you guys in the next video how we can convert the same song that's about hate, passion, and lust into a song about love, passion, and kindness. So I hope you guys fuck with what I'm saying. It's pretty dope though. So let's check it out. So the thing that I've been talking about here is basically just take the same principle and see how it played out. You know, we see how it plays out, the same illustration, women unsuspectingly getting fucked. Bible shield, let me just put it up. Alright, so I just found this link. I had to just pause there and just find this link. This is what I mean when I, let's go to the screen view. Alright, you know, nigga had a Bible in his hand.
Start notifications bar for more content. In an ATV News exclusive, 2 young women alleged that Prophet Shepherd Bushiwi raped them. The ATV News exclusive read, Prophet Bushiwi rape victims speak out. 2 young women sat down exclusively with ATV News.
So this is what I mean, guys. Nigga had a Bible in his hand. So we're going from that point of view. We're stepping down. I know how it feels. I feel like these women, like rape victims, Anglo-American, Tepun Bonani particularly, put the seal on the cake. Like this guy came with the Bible in his hand in a freaking hearing and said, "Hey, in the name of Jesus, nigga, fuck you," you know. So your career is over now. Right, so you see how that's different, being imposed on physically by a man who the Bible in his hand, and then having a colleague or an institution use a Bible with a Bible in their hand justify a rationale to end your career. Right, now here I am talking about there's a principle behind this. We take a step back that it's not the first time niggas are being fucked by the system and being fucked by the institutions that are in place. And this actually all starts. And I think even when this happened to me, I remembered Nelson Mandela had just passed away. And I'm like, dude, is this what Nelson Mandela passed away for, nigga? So the niggas can be fucked all the time by you punk ass little bitch hole niggas? Like, you guys all know that I'm capable. Why the fuck you fucking me? So I'm back. I just got disrupted again, but we're gonna have to do this, right? So in 1847, 1840s, Zulu Kingdom was disbanded, and the British missionaries came into Zululand with the primary intent of converting Zulu people into Christianity. The political motivation, the motivation was political, guys. And this is why I got to say to a lot of the Christians that defend your faith, right? But understand what you're defending. You're defending a doctrine or an understanding that was fabricated by the colonizer, right? To be able to conquer you. So the doctrine of Christianity is a tool of conquest, particularly in the context of the African man in Southern Africa. And what's unique about the Zulu people is that in all the other, I'm gonna actually read it out. Let me actually read it out. Let me try to find it. Let me read it out. I'm gonna just try to find it. Give me a second. Alright, I just found it. Just check it out. Just check it out. We're gonna go to screen view. Check this out. This is a paper that's talking about the missionary objective, the mission field and transformation in colonial Natal, 1850 to 1897. This is during the time that Shembe came along to save the Zulu people, like a shit, you know. I'm gonna come through and just read this part here. Annexed by the British in 1843, Southern Africa's settler colony of Natal existed in the popular and political imaginations as far-flung outpost on the edge of the empire. The territory had recently been acquired by the Dutch-speaking trekkers from the Cape Colony, whose claim was secured by a series of battles against the powerful Zulu Empire. British observers viewed Natal as a place that, like contemporary colonies in North America and Australasia, awaited the arrival of the white settlers who would soon become the majority of the population. While this came to pass in most other settler colonies, it particularly did not happen in Natal. Indeed, the population of the indigenous peoples, through the cross-border immigration and reproduction, skyrocketed while the white population grew at a far slower point. So the point I'm trying to make here, guys, is like what the British had been doing. Wherever they go, they take the land, they wipe out the indigenous population, and it becomes a white colony. It becomes a white settlement. In the context of Natal, it could not happen. So the primary objective, that I'm trying to point this out, that the Christian missionary intent was to create an instrument of brainwashing the indigenous people, transposing them from their original heritage, culture, and awareness of self, and brainwashing them and getting them to accept a different way of life. Particularly, the emphasis in this paper is the dress code. And this is what I'm saying, 1850s all the way to the 1890s, the missionary objective was to go into Natal and start brainwashing people. And if you look at and you hear the stories about Shembe eventually founded the church in the early 1900s, 1910, right, and worked on it towards the end of his life, until the end of his life. And the principal mission was to say, look guys, come as you are. You know, you can accept the message of the Bible without having to become civilized in the eyes of the colonizer, or subject yourself to the colonial way of life. So this is very important. So in the same way, the Zulu people got fucked because these niggas, white people, came with the Bible in their hand and they fucked us. Because what they did with that is that they dispossessed us from our lands, dispossessed us from our way of life, dispossessed us from our heritage and culture and awareness of self, and imposed us and impinged on us. Because the whole objective here was to say, how do we use the black labor? How do we get the black labor to come and work in our economy? Abandon their own way of life and economy and work in our economy. And the principal tool for this was Christian doctrine. So anybody that's listening to this and is thinking of taking shots at Christianity just because the missionaries had ulterior motives, it's not the case. I'm saying the Christian doctrine is what is the problem. And why I'm saying this is that when Shemba came along and said, no guys, with the Bible in the hand, you can accept the Bible, but the doctrine that has been fabricated by the colonizer, by our enemies that have clearly come to destroy what was the Zulu kingdom, we can't accept their doctrine. You know, we see the intent behind the doctrine. And I'm going to point it out. The intent behind the doctrine was to create this imaginary heaven, because the Zulu people were very aware about reality. A Zulu person understood that they are a spirit person, and there's other spirit persons that went ahead of them to make a way for them. And they too are making a way for other people that are coming ahead of after them. And this was the process. So the communication lines between those who are alive and those who have gone through the world and those who are yet to be was always open. Now all of a sudden Christianity creates this thing like you're a sinner, you are a bad person, and it's either you go to heaven and hell, and you want to go to a space called heaven when you die. So the African man is now able, and I think guys like Maponga, there's commentaries to say, what's use as a heaven when you've taken my land and dispossessed me economically and disenfranchised me economically? What use is this heaven? So what's happened now is that we're all looking forward to this heaven, or this place that we're going to go to after death, when we actually had a way of life where we could communicate to those who have not even been born yet and those who have been born and went ahead of us. So the communication lines were always open. And there's a particular reason why they called us KAFFIRS, because we never really, we have to admit this as African people, we never really had an idea of a God in the same way that the Christians or religious institutions imagine a God. Right? We knew there was the first ancestor, and what Shembe came to actually reveal into the context of the Zulu people is that there's gonna be that spirit that will be born, that will show himself to be actually the custodian of life itself and the greatest amongst the spirits. Right? So the spirits that have been born into the world and went ahead of us, the ancestors, are the ones that are preparing a way for this great spirit. So this is what Shembe came to actually show the people. And it's not really clear, because what Shembe just does is like, oh, you see the Bible story? The God of the Bible is actually just a guy. There's actually that spirit that that our ancestors have been making a way for. So let us, while we are alive, make a way for this particular individual. But I'm going to go into this in the next video. But I think the bottom line is, you guys can see how the British missionary objective was to fuck the Zulu people, particularly the Zulu people, because they were the strongest nation at the time that ruled that area. So, very interesting. Very interesting. So we're gonna stop it there. Let's go on to our next video. Our next video is gonna be Jesus motherfucking Christ fucked the Jew. This is gonna be interesting. So we good, guys. We good.